chatting some more with Matt Palmer from Tapco Painting. Now, Matt and I have done many houses together, and lots of them have been show homes. And I'm going to say over the last 15 years or so, there's only been maybe 3 or 4 times where you've called me and said, I think you better come look at this. I'm not sure this really looks the way you want it to. And I think that I came down and said, oh no, actually that's what I was going for. But there's got to be times where you see things going on the wall that you, not just from me, where you sort of know that perhaps the homeowner is going to be happy with that in the long run. So what are some tips that you have for choices for colors when people are making those picks for their homes?
The basic and the tip that I give everyone, new home, reno, whatever, is to keep your walls basic.
Okay.
For the most of the house.
Yeah.
You know, you can have a crazy room if you want, and that's fine. But when people walk in your house, they don't want to be blasted with some, you know, bright green or something like that.
Okay.
Generally not.
So a nice neutral palette is really in right now.
It really is,
right?
yes. But in the case of like our show homes, we have the whole house is the one nice color, neutral color,
yeah.
and then it's dressed up with a feature wall or two.
Right.
Which, in my opinion, is the best way to do it.
Right.
Because it's just one wall. If you're sick of it, you can get rid of that one wall.
Right. Okay, now I always have a pet peeve when people, and I hate the word feature wall, I like feature color. Because I hate to see like just like one wall and that's it, that's your feature wall and that's always going to be a different color. I really like people to sort of think of, it might be a wrapping wall or something that spans you know, 3 different rooms, but it's one continuous wall. So I know the rule, but you can say it for everyone else. If you're going to change color in your house, where do you stop and start that paint color?
Yes, on an inside corner where possible.
Okay.
Especially if you have a feature color.
Right.
When you walk in the house, you do not want to see the line as soon as you walk in. You want it to be wrapped around the corner so there's a nice even flow when you walk in.
Right, okay. So when we say inside corner, we would mean something that's a lot easier to cut your paint into a corner like this
Absolutely.
than on the outside of, say, a closet or a corner of a wall where you're just sort of stopping it in
Yeah,
there.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
And that is a lot more pleasing to the eye too, isn't it?
It really is, yes. You got, again, it's nice and flowing, it's less abrupt, so.
Yeah, good. Okay, let's say someone has made a big boo-boo and put up a paint color that they hate, or bought a home that might be a little bit outdated and it's got a lot of faux finishing on the wall. What are some things people need to know if they're either covering over a really deep dark color, or if they're trying to get, I don't know, glazed stripes or something off the wall?
Okay, we'll start with the deep dark color.
Yeah.
In the hundreds of houses I've been in over the years, deep dark colors are not a problem to paint. They want to tell you at the paint store you need to prime it with a white and then put it on top. Well, you've just created yourself 4 coats of paint that do not need to be required.
Really?
At the most, if you pick a lighter color, for example, like colors on the wall in here, this will cover 90% of all dark colors in 2 coats.
Really?
On a redo, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So good product is the key.
Absolutely, good product. Always buy, especially on a redo, buy top of the line.
Okay.
Don't mess around and try to save 10 bucks a gallon because you won't be happy in the end.
Because you'll end up putting an extra coat,
Exactly.
which might cost you more in the long run.
Exactly. And then what's your time worth? Who wants to do an extra coat? Nobody.
Well, I really do like painting.
Well, if you do, then that's exciting. Then get the cheap stuff but lost on.
Okay, and getting glazed stripes or faux finishing off the walls, is it sandpaper and elbow grease, or?
It is sandpaper and elbow grease. Usually you don't want to use just a hand sander because that's going to take forever. I use an orbital sander where the end spins, or even those square ones that vibrate.
Okay.
And that's the only way to do it.
Okay.
Unless you do a knockdown texture, but then you're getting into drywall and different things.
And
like
putting
that.
stuff on top of it.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, just to finish up, what's the worst thing you've ever seen?
The worst, well, I've seen a lot of bad things. 2 things. Number 1 is 12 different colors in your house.
Okay.
That's ridiculous and it's
No matter
too
how
much.
big your house is.
I don't care how big your house is, because you've just created yourself 12 times more work if you have dings on the walls.
Okay.
Okay. And then if you're going to live in that house for a while and you love that, well, okay. But if you're trying to sell that house, forget it.
Right.
You got to keep it neutral.
Okay.
And the absolute, I think my biggest pet peeve is when someone has a beautiful vaulted ceiling, beautiful house with nice high ceilings and big walls, and they go ahead and they put a very dark brown or any really dark color on it.
Yeah.
Because immediately what happens is it brings the perceived height of the walls down, everything seems darker.
So keep it a little bit lighter, right?
Keep it lighter, and then like what you said, with a feature color on maybe an L-shaped or nice area that's going to be a warm corner of the house that you want to spend your time in. So.
Okay, good tips, good tips. And I'm glad you didn't say the worst thing you ever saw was that one picture that I hung with 16 nails behind it that you had to patch all those. I know that lives on it.
That's no problem. That was easy.
Okay, well, good talking to you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.